So, Nicki Minaj, Jesy Nelson, Leanne Pinnock, it's all getting wild. Nicki Minaj's husband, let's talk about it. Hello and welcome to Queendom TV. Today I'm looking very fresh-faced. Sorry, I've got a scab on my lip. It's very annoying. It's annoying me as well. You probably haven't noticed it because that's how I always feel when people say this on YouTube. But anyway, let's get right into it. So if you haven't seen, I've already done a video about this whole Jesy Nelson situation, which you can find on my channel. And I was basically explaining why I kind of side with Jesy at the moment, Jesy and Nicki. And I basically was saying in that video, obviously check it out to hear the full breakdown of how I got this thought. But I was kind of reviewing what I observed from her career, starting as a solo artist who had auditioned solo on the X Factor, up to where she found herself now deciding to leave the girl group that she was put in at X Factor and now kind of going off into her own thing. And I gave my perspective as a black woman because she was accused of blackfishing. And now I want to just go ahead and say, let's start from the blackfishing thing, right? I talked in the other video, I spoke a lot about why I feel like people, especially black people, are kind of hypocritical to start talking about blackfishing and trying to pick and choose when we want to say that, you know, white people can be a part of the gang and white people can't, because when it suits us, we let people convince themselves, we let people use the N-word, we let people be at our award ceremonies, we let people do all sorts of things that we consider to be part of black culture. But when it's people that we're not happy about, we don't like it. I would be interested to know if all of you people accusing her of blackfishing, are you all following Kim Kardashian? Because she's not done blackfishing as such, but she's definitely stolen from the culture and stuff like that, and done culture vulturing and all of that. So again, are we cancelling her? Are we unfollowing Kim K? I bet you are not, for a lot of you. So anyway, let's just come back to this blackfishing thing. The thing I have to say about this blackfishing thing, the problem that I have, guys, is this. When Jesy released her video, right, this whole blackfishing thing started because, for as far as I know, if I'm incorrect, please, guys, let me know. We've all sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. I always say that it's a Bible verse, and I say that to suggest that I'm not perfect. I can make mistakes, so I can be wrong, and I'm ready to be corrected. So please let me know if I am wrong. But as far as I know, Leanne, whether it started already or it hadn't, Leanne was the one who said to someone who made a dance video about Jesy, like, instead of doing that, you should expose her blackfishing or whatever it was. So for me, it's like, if Leanne said that and she's the reason that this is all happening, then why are we looking at Jesy and Nicki like the villains here? Like, and everybody seems to be overlooking the fact, and even if somebody else mentioned blackfishing first, if there was real respect there, like, think about this, guys. Like, Leanne didn't have to say anything. She didn't have to say anything. The only reason she's involved, I feel like if she hadn't said anything, then there wouldn't even have to be anything being said. The rest of the black community could have been upset if they wanted to be about this blackfishing thing, which again, I've explained in my other video why I feel like it doesn't really make sense to me, and I don't really feel like Jesy was blackfishing in my opinion. But if that's how she really feels, like, first of all, it was not the best to say that to somebody, to a influencer, because again, now she's influencing an influencer, to me, which seems like she wants to influence people on a certain perspective. It definitely looks like she's hating. And for me, I think you can think of a situation where you've had to break off with somebody, and maybe you didn't break off on the best of terms, but that doesn't mean you have to make them look bad to everybody else, does it? No, it doesn't. So why did she feel the need to do that? And I feel like everybody keeps glazing over that. Everybody keeps glazing over the fact that she actually did that, because to me, right, I feel like, you know, the Bible talks about how vengeance is mine. So that's very much where I get my perspective from. The fact that, you know, you don't go out trying to avenge yourself and get revenge from people. You wait for God to avenge people. And I think that's like how people interpret karma in this day and age. This whole idea that if you do bad things will come back to you. If you do good things will come back to you. I don't really see that as karma. I see that as, like, you know, if you plant a good seed, you get good fruit. If you plant a bad seed, you get bad fruit. And the Bible says vengeance is mine. If somebody does you wrong, God says he's going to do something about it for you. So to me, if Leanne was that concerned, she did not have to come publicly saying all this stuff. I feel like it shows a lot about her as a person. I feel like it's working against whatever you want to say about anything. It's going to work against her career, because now whoever's out there, whatever labels or whatever PR teams or what other people's managements who want to collaborate now with the remaining members of Little Mix, they may not want to, because guess what, guys? And I said this in my last video and I'll say it again. People don't want a scandal. People don't want to being cancelled. Being cancelled is like the biggest danger right now on social media. So I feel like continually talking about this and continually speaking up about so many things and kicking up a fuss, at a certain point, it's like, why are you really doing it? What was the need for her to make that comment to the influencer is what I want to know. And I want to know why we're not talking about it. Why are we not addressing that was a thing? So that's point one. Point two I want to talk about is the fact that there are people coming out speaking up for Jesy. Other content creators and stuff like that. Obviously, technically, I guess I'm a content creator, but I mean like big content creators and stuff like that. Again, are we thinking into why they're doing that, or are we just shutting them off as bullies because that's what everybody's telling us to do right now? And again, that's another issue that I have with the internet and YouTube. Like, why are we always so quick to just cut people off and to just cancel people? Why don't we at least, like, even when before I'm going to do YouTube videos myself and I speak on stuff, I usually do my best to try and listen to both people. I try to make sure if there's something going on between people, I try to fully hear one person's perspective without making a judgment, and fully hear the other person's perspective without making a judgment, and then look at the facts in front of me, and then that's when I draw somewhat of a conclusion. And even the conclusions I draw, I always say I don't know 100% because I'm not there, I'm not in that situation, I have not lived in that relationship. So why are we so quick to say anybody that's agreeing that Jesy Nelson is blackfishing and is being horrible to Leanne? Why are we instantly agreeing with that? And why are we not addressing some of the points I mentioned in my other video about how maybe it's actually just Little Mix's PR? Maybe there are actually things, and I'm suspecting this now. The way this is going on, I'm suspecting there are actually things going on behind closed doors, or things that can come up about the rest of the team of Little Mix, and they're almost trying to like make Jesy look bad. So whatever comes up about them, or whatever could be released, about them, we'll never look at it that deeply, because we'll be like, oh, but Jesy was the one who was blackfishing and Jesy was the one who was doing this. That's how I feel, especially because now Jessy's gone Hollywood. Like, let's be real, guys. Jessy's gone Hollywood. Like, Little Mix, obviously they're massive, but to have people like Nicki Minaj and Diddy, which by the way, I'm not a big fan of Diddy. I didn't make that clear in my last video. I think he's very creepy. I'm going to do a video about him. I think he's very much a high level member of Hollyweird, if you know what I'm talking about. Hollyweird. Diddy, you're in Hollyweird, and your stuff you do is weird behind closed doors, but we're not talking about that in this video. Anyway, even still, him having Nicki Minaj and Diddy, who, let's be real, are big celebrities in the world. Definite, like, you know, what you class maybe A-listers. So, yeah, that's the other point I have to make about that. And I just also wanted to touch on this whole Nicki and her this case that's against her husband, because a lot of people, and again, you know what? This is the thing about social media, guys. And this is one of the reasons why I've started my channel at this specific time. Because I feel like it's so easy to make one person look bad when you're the first person to get that information out there. Now, the allegations that are up against Nicki Minaj's husband are to do with something that happened with him and a woman when they were both 16 years old, right? Again, it's interesting to me that we're so quick to want to cancel this guy. We're not cancelling R. Kelly, who as a grown adult man did all this stuff to a whole bunch of people, and people still want to listen to his music. I've done 2 videos about R. Kelly. Please check them out if you're interested, and please like the video if you're liking it, and comment as well, and don't forget to subscribe. Glad I remembered that. But now, and I'm not saying what Nicki Minaj, to be honest with you, I'm of the belief that if somebody says something happened, especially in this area, I'm going to believe them. So going with the belief that this happened, right? Let's say this happened, even though Nicki Minaj and the guy are kind of trying to say that, I don't know what they're trying to say. They don't seem to really be trying to like go to court and stuff for that. Even if that is the case, and it's been suggested that some people think this whole Jesy thing was a cover-up, maybe. I don't really think it was a cover-up. I think they know very well what's going on. And I think, again, the fact that Nicki Minaj and her husband, this is what I want to pay attention to. And if you watch this video and you're still on my channel when all of this stuff, the stuff I'm about to say happens, then I want you to tell me that I remember when you said this, Nyasha. Like, I remember when you said in your video about this. I feel like what's going to happen is they're exposing this stuff about Nicki Minaj and her husband. They're making a big deal about it. When I say they, I'm talking about the media. I'm talking about they, Big Brother, the people at large, the people on top. As far as I'm concerned, the people sitting on top of the dark kingdom of this world, right? They're making a massive fuss. We're panicking. We're panicking. We're getting all our feelings involved, saying, oh, we don't want this guy who's done whatever, right? And what he's done, if he's done what he's done is wrong, and he should own up to it. But then again, also, I have to say that you can't just believe what you hear. And people, I'm not even going to say anything. I don't even want to say what I'm thinking of saying, to be honest, because it's going to sound wild. But all I'm going to say is, I really believe and I expect that the things we're going to hear about other people are going to come out and be significantly worse. And what I actually think is going on in this Nicki Minaj situation with her husband, I can't even say, because I don't even want to say something like that because it's such a sensitive subject. But I would just say, think about the fact that these guys are the ones who are being put to the forefront, and so many other people, because now I feel like so many other people, there apparently there's rumors of Usher being one of the people that R. Kelly's potentially going to expose. If you don't know about R. Kelly exposing, like I said, I did a video about that, but Usher might be one of those people. So I think right now, if anything, I think we should just all let go of any hard standum, fandom, dedication and idolization we have of any of these people, because I think in honest truth, as much as I might be on the side of Jesy and Nicki in this regard, I think we shouldn't really be putting our faith and hope in any of them, because like I said in the beginning, we've all sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. Like, we're all imperfect, but also I think there's a lot of things we don't know that people are purposefully keeping away from us. And I think that now we're getting to the point where in a lot of different areas, if you look at the Free Britney movement, if you look at even this R. Kelly thing, as I mentioned, and so many more other subjects I've talked about on my channel, we're starting to see that people are starting to get exposed. And I think the things we're going to see being exposed are going to be so much worse than everything we're seeing right now as well. So I think there's that to think about. So like I said, I'm not saying I 100% side with Nicki and her husband. I think if with whatever's going on with them, if he knows what he's done is true, then he should do what he's supposed to do, take accountability for his actions. I 1000% believe that. But I will say, the one thing I have to say is at least they were both 16 and we're not on R. Kelly, and it bothers me that, not to say that anything's better or worse, because it's not, but I'm just saying that, like, with R. Kelly, he at least was an adult person, and yet we still want to listen to his music. So again, I'm always of the belief, like, when you have a bunch of people going against one person, and not going against somebody else who's done significantly worse, kind of like this whole Shane Dawson thing, and I did a video about that. It's like Shane Dawson is just here reappearing on YouTube all over again, and it's fine. But then other people are getting cancelled for smaller things. Do you know what I mean? And I just don't get it. So anyway, that's what I've got to say about that for today. Is that all I have to say about that? Yeah, I want to stay tuned for what's going to happen. I feel like this situation with Jesy Nelson is going to turn out to be way bigger. And it seems like she and probably other people are trying their best not to have to expose a lot of things I think that they want to. And I think if we keep going down this track, it's going to get there. I really think it's going to get there. And I think the media is very dangerous, and people need to stop just automatically choosing one person's side. Even in my videos, I've made clear I can't say who's right or who's wrong. I'm just trying to support and be a voice. I want to be a voice for the people who are not being given a voice, and I want to stand up for truth and justice. And so I just want to hear truth and justice. And I know that a lot of you feel the same. So on that note, thank you so much for watching my video. I hope that you will hit the subscribe if you're feeling the vibe and you want to be a part of my tribe. It's been so great, by the way. So many of you new subscribers. It's been awesome. I get so excited every time I see a new subscriber, guys. You have no idea. Like, I'm checking all the time, all day. I'm like, oh, got a new subscriber. So-and-so subscribed to your channel. And I'm like, so that means so much to me, guys. I feel like we're all a part of the same movement. I feel like we all want to talk about a lot of this stuff. We all have something to say. And it's so nice to hear from you guys. Don't forget to hit the like button if you're liking what I'm talking about. Let me know what you like, because I do pay attention and I do adjust the stuff I choose to and not to talk about based on the response I get, because I want to give y'all, I want this to be something that we can both enjoy. I get to talk to you guys, we get to share, but you guys can also let me know what you like and what you don't like, you know what I mean? And comment as well what your thoughts are, how you feel about all of this. Honestly, like, this is an open, honest place, guys. As far as I'm concerned, anybody can throw hate at me and anybody can be judgmental towards me, but I'm not going to be judgmental towards you guys. Even if you totally disagree with everything that I'm saying and you think I'm wild and crazy, I'm going to be like, fair enough. Fair play. You're entitled to your own opinion. I'm not going to be offended, but I would love to hear your opinion genuinely, whether it's that you agree or disagree with me, because I think that's the healthiest way to have conversations. So I will see you next time. God bless you all, and goodbye.